Going live. It says we're live. It says the Hangout is on the air. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me and see me? In the chat. Can you hear me and see me? Chris, Bill, you guys there? Wait for the chat to catch up to us here, Bert. And as you can see, Bert's on with me. Say hi, Bert.
Hi, Bert.
Okay, I'm watching the chat to see if they can hear and see us.
Cool, cool. Hey, I'm gonna actually move to my chair,
Okay.
and because my battery's getting a little low, and I don't want to drop off in the middle. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna plug in. So I just wanted everyone to know while I was moving. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Bert's moving. Chris and Bill, can you hear me and see me?
There we go.
Let me
It looks like they say hi, so it looks like that's all I could see. So I'm not sure what's going on over there.
no, either. Webinars on here drives me crazy. Can you hear and see me? Let me see if we can get a message back from good audio and video. Bill says good audio and video. All right, we're on. We're on. Well, welcome everybody to Lunch with Len today. And as you know, we have a special guest with us today, Bert Bledsoe. Now, I want to preface this by saying to you something that I said a couple of weeks ago. I don't want to turn Lunch with Len into a sales pitch. So if it feels that way, forgive me, back off a little bit. But what I do feel that I want to do is bring to your attention things that are, I think, really beneficial for you and for us as a community. And so we're going to talk just a little bit more today about the Dream Year Challenge and what it means to us as a group and as a community and what we can do working together. And I've asked Bert to just talk a little bit about it. He's, as you may know, the Dream Year Challenge sort of derives from Bert working with Adam and Justice some time ago, and he was the original. I think you won the challenge, right, Bert?
Well, it wasn't that I really won. It was that there was a couple different categories that we voted on people that had a significant, made significant accomplishments during the challenge time, and they actually had voted me as so they had different categories from most improved in social media, content creation, and then they had the overall top challenger, and my peers voted for me as the top challenger during that original 100-day challenge. So that's really how it went down.
So you want to talk a little bit about the challenge, what it meant to you?
Sure. Well, the reality of the situation is that there was a time in my business where I didn't really have a clear plan to success. I really didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it, right? I really didn't have a map or a set of directions, and so that became really kind of cumbersome, right? Not having a set of directions, not having a plan. I kind of struggled and kind of squirreled around for a while, right? I was really struggling, and so what really happened was that I was able to find the challenge that Adam and Justice originally put together, and by finding that, I found some directions. And since then till now, the challenge has evolved. It's actually gotten more refined and even more direct, and really, I think, turbo boosted. And the original challenge was the catalyst. It was kind of like, how sometimes you need to, when you go to cook something, you have to have all, if you go to make a caprese salad, have you ever had a caprese salad, Lynn?
A what? A caprese salad?
Yeah, a caprese salad with a Roma tomato and a slice of mozzarella and some basil, maybe a little sea salt and some balsamic vinegar. You ever had that? Like a little Italian caprese salad?
Oh, you're making me hungry.
All right, well, the point to the caprese salad is, it wouldn't be the same if you took out the basil, right? If you took the mozzarella out, it wouldn't be the same. It didn't have all the components. And that's what it was. In the beginning, I needed all these components put together, and so that's what the challenge really allowed me to do, is put those components together.
So so what is so you made salad.
Made salad. That's it. I was able to. What I did was I was able to put all the ingredients together, right? And when I was able to put all the ingredients together, that's when it got powerful. And the reason was because before you're able to put all the ingredients together, it's like you're just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you're just like slapping stuff here and there together. And it's like a mishmash, right? It's like you're putting pasta with cereal and milk with, some other ingredient like celery where it doesn't go. And when you have the recipe, the formula, and you make the salad, you have a plan, right? If you go back to the original analogy, then you have directions, you have like a roadmap to get you to where you want to go.
So it's more of an organizational thing.
Well, in the beginning for me it was, because I didn't have any idea of what I was supposed to do. So the original, there was like a points tracker and then a way to tabulate, if you will, time to calculate and keep track of what it was that you were doing on a regular basis. So originally that was something that really helped me. Then I moved, there's different aspects of the challenge, right? There's different components. There's different, if you will, phases of the challenge. So as different phases occurred, I was able to learn different lessons and start applying them. That was it. So
we get, now I'm coming into the challenge with you, and you're going to do some specials with the group too, right?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do some specials with the group that, if the people that have, there's some people that have already decided to purchase from me. There's some people that have already decided to make purchase with you, right? And so today when we talked about doing this webinar, we said, hey, since you're doing the Dream Year Challenge and you said, hey, I'm gonna purchase with you, Bert, I was like, well, listen, I'm gonna be doing some super secret fun bonuses, right, just for people that purchase this with me. And I said, hey, Len, how about if, obviously you get those bonuses, but how about if I give those to the people that had already made a purchase with you? And you were like, wow, that'd be awesome, right? That'd be sweet. Let's bring those people into the mix. So it's the fun part about being able to do the challenge together, or at the same time, like we're locking arms, is that when we do things like these super secret bonuses, it's fun because it's like a little bonus. It's like, well, if you get with Len, right, you get a super secret bonus. Like, hey, if you decide to get with Len or Bert, they're going to do something super secret. And really, when you think about it, who do you want to get it with? Do you want to get it with like some guy that spent the last year doing, pay-per-click marketing? Do you want to talk, do you want to do the challenge with a guy that's, some real estate mogul? Or do you want to go to a place where these guys that they know, right? That they've done the challenge, right? That they're connected with the dudes that are doing the challenge. Of course, that's what people are going to want to do. They're going to be like, well, of course I want to hang out with Len, right? Like, that's a no-brainer. So I think that's what's fun about doing it together, right? I think that's what's fun about when you, and that I think that counts across. Doesn't it really count across everything that we do in our business, Len?
It does. Absolutely.
When we team up and we work together, it provides more results for more people.
It's the synergy. It's the mastermind. It's all of those words that we normally use. And I think you saw that I had a real surprise here, and that's Adam just joined us. And Adam, are you there?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, just give me just one second.
Time in the world. We got our wires crossed, and I will tell you, Bert. Anyhow, this is all my fault. You're seeing my organizational skills really coming to the forefront here. I've got everybody on today. What the heck? I got Adam confused. It's my fault.
Hey, it's totally fine, Len. Don't worry about it.
But I loved it. I love to have you. We're just talking about the challenge, and the thing is, I'm going to be working with Bert, and we are really jazzed to get this thing going. I know from my experience in the past of working with you that this is just going to be awesome. The next couple of months are just going to be phenomenal, and I'm prepped and ready to go.
Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty excited myself. You know, it's like it always happens with the launch of a challenge. It's like the closer we get to it, the more excited it gets, and the more momentum it picks up. And we've got some serious momentum right now. We got about 70 people, in the challenge. As of right now, last couple of days have been huge. The next couple of days are going to be even more huge with the deadline being tomorrow night, and. Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, the stuff that we're seeing out of the Facebook group and just the excitement and the camaraderie that we're starting to see in there. And isn't that one of the coolest things about it is like the synergy and the atmosphere of the group and the excitement, and people are asking questions and encouraging each other and supporting each other and connecting and forming masterminds. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Well, I know I've got my goals set. And the reason I wanted you guys on here today is, there's a few people out there, I think we're probably all in the same place. This isn't about selling. It's about helping people take their business to the next level. And I know that I've got a few people that I just know that if they are in the challenge with us, they're going to grow. And their businesses are going to really benefit from being there.
Well, I mean, it's about selling too, though, because we all have stuff to sell, right? So it's like if you want to be a person who leads other people into action, then I mean, and you want to become someone who sells stuff. I mean, the reason why I have been able to get good at selling stuff is because I've bought a lot of stuff. I mean, I've bought courses and info products and coaching programs and events and stuff. I mean, literally tens of thousands of dollars worth of just training and information over the years, and that's why that's why I've been able to to achieve the success that I've been able to achieve.
So where do we go from here? You've got another webinar tomorrow night, right?
We do, yeah. We're doing one final webinar tomorrow night. We've actually, in the Facebook group, we're going to be promoting a hangout that we're doing tonight, where we're going to just be able to ask questions about anything, any of the bonus trainings that we've done, any of the any of the video series material that we covered, the challenge itself. Just going to be just a real kind of hangout style Q&A that we're going to be doing tonight.
And the real challenge starts on Monday.
That's right.
Okay. So
for week one is Monday at 9.
And then Bert, we're going to have our own little group, our own little mastermind.
Yeah, whenever the challenge goes, I always like to, I always create like my own little, a private circle, and Len, we're grouping up, and you're going to be a part of that and bringing in some people too, and right, like we like the more the merrier, right? We're just like, hey, bring it in, like, here's the gig, it's not about like who you can get it with. The reality is about like who do you want to work with, right? You can get it all over the place, right? There's that you can go and buy this challenge, like, if you decide that's what you want to do. Right? You can go and get this all over the place. It's everywhere right now. So there's plenty of opportunities. The question is, when you make the decision, right, if it's that time for you and the time is to make the decision, right, then what you're going to ask yourself is, okay, who do I want to do this with? Do I want to partner up with these guys that have like proven that it works? It's over and over and over again, right, and had continued success. And oh yeah, by the way, there's a guy that they're featuring on it. Do we want to run with that crowd? Because if that's the decision you make, then it's simple. Just boom, you grab it and you come on and go with us. You don't even have to wait till tomorrow's webinar, right? Because check this out. The group that we're gonna have, Len, we like you mentioned, I'm gonna throw in some super secret bonuses that we're gonna do, and it's just for that group. You can't get them if you have purple hair. You can't get them if you did Adam's course last month on email, how to make email awesomeness. You can't do it if you went to lunch with Len 5 times in a row every Sunday and every third Wednesday. Okay, you can't get it unless you grab it from me or Len. That's it. That's the only way to get it. That's exactly why when you make the decision, you want to make the decision to go with one of us so you can plug in to the super secret bonuses, so you can plug into the energy that has been literally continuing to increase my business over the last 2 years, right? Like, let's not forget that Len mentioned that, I want to throw this in there, Len, because you said something earlier about, winning or whatever, and I told you about the voting on that original challenge. Well, guess what? Not too long after that challenge, about a year later, another challenge happened. And I was able to go out and promote that challenge and become the top affiliate contest promoter. So full circle from being getting some recognition from your peers and saying, hey, you're doing the things that are required to go out and continue to build a successful business, to literally a year later saying, hey, you know what? It actually works. It works so good that I've created a successful business, and I'm going to go out and win the contest to promote this specific thing. So I think that testimony, that shows specifically how powerful something like a challenge can be in your business.
Yeah, I've enabled the Q&A, and we've got the chat up. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask, or would anybody actually like to come across and talk to these guys? Because we can bring you across. We've got a few minutes left. I don't care. I don't think they care. So why don't you just let me know in the chat if you want to jump in here. Chris says she's ready. Let's start early.
Yeah, I love this from Chris too. I went and bought a brand new purple sparkle notebook for the challenge. That's awesome.
Yeah. Anybody want to come across? Anybody have any questions? That's what I'm looking for right now. And I could start punching everybody and try to bring them across, but then that usually clogs up the Google Hangout and nobody comes. So while I'm watching the chat here and see if anybody wants to jump in, is there any final words of wisdom you guys want to throw out here?
Man, I got all kinds of stuff that I could share right now. It's like I went on a little jog earlier. I haven't really exercised at all in 2015, to be completely honest with you. Part of it was my injury, and then just with being so busy with this stuff. But I went on a little jog around a park in my neighborhood earlier, and I was just getting all these ideas of things that I wanted to share with the with Facebook group and the email list and you guys. Okay, so you know who Jerry Clark is. This is one thing that I'll share. Yeah, you guys know Jerry Clark?
I'm not sure I know Jerry Clark.
Okay, he's a big network marketing. He was a network marketing superstar in the 1990s. He was Ray Higdon's personal coach for quite a while, and he's written a lot of books and done a lot of training products on building large organizations in network marketing. And he talks about the idea of the jungle, like entrepreneurship is the jungle, and you leave the safety and the security of the pasture, what he calls the pasture, right? And you go into the jungle. And then what happens when you leave the safety and the security of the pasture is like the other cows that are in the pasture start to moo, right? They're like, oh no, don't go into the jungle. What do you do? They don't have benefits in the jungle. What about your benefits? And they. The other cows, so if you've ever experienced that, you go off to do something and then you have other people in your life that kind of come down on you, and because you decide to go off and do something on your own. So you venture into the jungle, and in the jungle you get beat up. You get scrapes, you get bruises, and it's going through that process and getting those scrapes and bruises that you can only get through going through the process. That you develop thick skin, and that's what we call building your entrepreneurial muscles, the skills and the habits of a successful entrepreneur, right? So you're going through the jungle, you're getting beat up, you're getting thick skin, and you turn from a cow into a rhino. And the rhino, and this is Jerry Clark's analogy. He calls himself Jerry D. Rhino Clark, and he has like Rhino Academy and all this stuff. But And then once you're going through the jungle, you meet other people that are also going through the jungle as well. It's like me and Justice partnered up in the jungle, right? We were going through the process, and we say, hey, you know, you meet up with somebody else and you say, hey, this might be a little less painful, this journey through the jungle, if we put our heads together and we start doing some stuff together, right? And we lead other people, we show them how to make the process less painful for themselves, right? So the problem with most people is that they are most people in this industry are in what we call paralysis. I would say probably at least 80% of the industry is in this place called paralysis, where you're not really taking any action. You're learning plenty, you're getting on plenty of trainings and webinars and stuff, but you're not really doing the income-producing activities that are going to move you forward, right? So most people are on the edge, the outskirts of the jungle, and they're scared to venture into the jungle, right? Because it's scary in the jungle, right? This jungle is where you get beat up and you get knocked down and stuff, right? But it's only through going through that process that because if you're on the outskirts, if you're in paralysis mode, if you're not in the jungle, I mean, then that's the no money zone. That's where nothing happens when you're in that zone. You're doing plenty of stuff. You're putting time into watching trainings and, you know, doing this or doing that, and messing around on Facebook, but you're not actually like taking the necessary actions, you know, and what we do in the challenge. And here's where I'm going to kind of wrap it all around. What we do in the challenge is we force you into the jungle, and we provide kind of a path to follow, and we lead you through the jungle, rather than where a lot of people are, which is on the outskirts, scared to even go inside. We say no, you have to go in, you know. And Bert, isn't that a good analogy? And doesn't that kind of make a lot of sense with what, you know, what we do in the challenge and just this industry in general?
I think so. I think it's a great analogy. I would love to hear that. You know what I mean? I'd like to, I'm sure. I mean, and you did a great job giving the synopsis, but I'm sure that when you hear that exact story, it's just like, you know, like absolutely. And really, like, isn't it a perfect analogy for this industry?
Yeah.
I mean, perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most people are scared to go into the jungle because the jungle is where you fall flat on your face, and we've all been there, and you fall and you get back up and you move a little further and you get beat up and you fall again. I mean, that's just the reality of being in business. You really have to try something, fail, try something, fail, try something, fail, try something. Hey, that worked. Try something, fail, try something, and that's just the cycle. And that's what people have to get. A lot of people are scared to fail, so they don't even try, and in not trying, they really fail.
You made me think of Columbus, but out there be monsters. If you sail far enough, you'll fall off the end of the earth.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So Adam, I got to ask you a question. Tell us about one time that you were so frustrated that you almost threw in the towel and quit.
Oh yeah, easy. I got a perfect time.
You almost quit?
When I was in I mean, there was a lot of times, you know, it was probably hundreds of times in my first year that I almost quit. But there was one time in particular. I was about 6 months into the business. I hadn't made any money yet. Nobody. I was buying a lot of stuff. The first thing I sold online was an ebook. Was a magnetic sponsoring, $39 ebook, and I think I made a $20 commission. And I was like, it works! Like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually sold something. And then, and I was so excited, even though I was so, like, I hadn't, come even close to breaking even. That was my first commission. I was like, this actually works. And then they refunded the very next day.
Oh my God! Hey, Bill, I believe you asked to come over. I interpreted the yes in the chat as you wanted to come over. So, did you have a question or comment?
My comment was that yes was in response to Jerry Clark. I've got several of his CDs.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted it. Well, yes, you're over here now, so you got a question?
So, Bill, so you're a fan of Jerry Clark. Were you familiar with that analogy of leaving the safety of the pasture and venturing into the jungle of free enterprise?
Exactly. Developing a very thick skin so all the arrows will bounce off of you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's typical Jerry Clark.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the price. That's the price that you pay. Getting beat up and falling down and getting up, like that's the price you pay for the privilege of being in the arena rather than on the sidelines.
Yes. I agree.
Awesome. So that's it. That was my spiel. My you know, you asked for some words of wisdom. That's what I got. I hope your audience liked it.
Okay. Unless anyone else has any questions, we'll go ahead and close out this. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you in this challenge. I hope everyone's going to be on board. Adam, I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm going to shoot you all out a link. If you haven't seen the videos that Adam and Justice have put up, I'm going to shoot a link to you right now. I'm going to redirect you out to the video 4. And then video 4 page, all the other videos are available. And there is also a webinar tomorrow night. So Wednesday night, right? The closing webinar is Wednesday night, Adam.
Yep.
That's the last chance. And then the cart closes at midnight Eastern time tomorrow night.
That's right.
Okay. And we're on. We're on to the races.
Yep.
So that's it. Wait, I see a chat. Is there anything coming in? Love it. Chris says love it. All right.
Are you gonna drop a link? Or?
I am. So I'm gonna hit the redirect.
You're doing a redirect. Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So this is a redirect to the to video 4.
Cool.
So unless anyone has something else to add, here goes the redirect. We all good? Good to go?
See you on video 4. See you at the challenge.
Here we go. Bye for now. Oh, it says I need to enter a valid URL. Well, that's not good. It should have been a valid URL. Let me try putting it in the chat. It should go. All right. We'll see you all in the challenge.
Bye.
It didn't go. There it is. It should go. It should have taken you there. Let me see if it worked. Well, it took you there at night, so that should work for you. Anyhow, we'll see you all later. I'm going to stop the broadcast. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, Adam. Thanks. I guess Bert disappeared already. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.